Hello and welcome back to Bucket Drop. As you can see, I got a Firestone. This is actually the first time I ever did this trick, and it worked. I went back to Mom, and I switched the time back and forth a bunch of times, and he called. And I learned that if he calls and tells you he wants to fight, you have to go fight him first, or else he'll just call you a bunch of times and say, "Oh man, my Tangela is so strong. Are you studying?" That's Evolve Rosie. So this works for anyone who you want to get to challenge you, or you want to get to give you a specific item. You just delete everyone else in the phone, and then you run back to your mom and change the daylight saving times back and forth. And if you're trying to get them to give you an item, like I was from this guy, and he says, he calls you and asks for a battle, you have to go fight him before he'll call you and give you the item. So I called him he asked for a battle like the second time, then I went back then I called him like 10 more times. He called like 10 more times, and I finally looked it up, and I saw you had to fight him first. But if you see this rare candy and this moonstone here, as well as this item here on Stevie, the Mystic Water, I didn't have these before. There's a couple of things you can get through surfing, which I can now do. So I figured a good thing, I'll say where I got them. I got them off camera because I was already there. While I go back to get some of my phone numbers back, might as well do some of the surfing stuff. There's a couple items I can surf to here in this town. I love the surfing music. It's so relaxing. Polyworlds. Most of the places I'll be on the water. Ooh. I didn't think about how I'll now be surfing a bunch with my new fire-type Pokemon. But it's so much stronger than... Oh, yeah. In fact, I should have pulled up Eevee's stats before I evolved it, but they were in, like, the upper 20s, maybe low 30s, but now look at that. Its attack power is 60. Let's see, what do I even hit? Fearo's attack is 60, but it's 8 levels higher. Feraligator's is 61, but it's 9 levels higher. No, I mean, never mind, they're both the same level. So, wow, my defense is higher than my attack, look at that. Sparky, no, not even close. So, yeah. Flareon might not be the best Pokemon because of its weak moveset, but Eeveelution stats are great. Its defense and speed are a little low, but its other stat, its attack power is just great. And its special defense, almost as high. Attack power, also very high. So, if I knew a fire attack, I would still get plenty of use out of it. But, unfortunately, I don't. And I'm not going to learn anything useful until it learns Flamethrower at level 52. It's going to be quite a while. I'm essentially going to be going through the game without a fire-type attack. Because it will learn... It does learn... Oh, it's faster than me. If it had chose to use Bubble Beam, that would have done a little bit of damage. It'll learn Flame Wheel. No, not Flame Wheel. Fire Spin at level 36, which is very useful. It's similar to Wrap, except it's a fire-type attack. And in the newer... after Generation 1, they're not as useful because they're not... infinite locks like they were in Generation 1. So, I'm trying to think. No, I'm not going to get any other fire TMs, so basically I'm not going to be using fire moves for quite a while. Which sucks. I'll be able to throw out a fire spin to like deal a little bit of extra damage, but it essentially won't even really be worth it. So I'm pretty much going to be living and dying by the by Shadow Ball. But anyway, getting some items now. God. Using the D-pad's a little annoying because it's easier to turn without moving. And I feel like I'm just not pressing it down as hard as I usually am because it still hurts like hell. I recorded all 3 of these episodes. This is the last one I'm going to do, most likely, in this session, but my fingers are still burnt to hell. They This is probably the worst worst non-sunburn I've had. Luckily my roommate had a bit of an accident. Well, that came out wrong. Not luckily that he had an accident. That's not lucky. But he did have an accident, and he got a first aid kit, which I thought we had, but apparently we didn't. So luckily, now we have a first aid kit. As of a week ago, I have a first aid kit. Perfect, because otherwise I would have had to have gone out with burnt fingers to okay, so the stuff I got was all down this route here, so I'm not going to go back there, but in Cherrywood, or Cherryleaf, whatever it's called, the town where you got the town map, you could surf there, and you get the Mystic Water, and from New Barktown, you can actually surf into Kanto, and I got a Moonstone and a rare candy over there. I'll point out where they were when I actually go that way after the Elite, on my way to the Elite Four, but for now, that's what's over there. But yeah, so I would have been going out to get medical supplies with burnt fingers, but luckily now I had Neosporin and some Band-Aids, and I'm covered in them. I've got 4 Band-Aids on my right hand and 1 Band-Aid on my left thumb. And unfortunately, I am right-handed, so that's annoying. A lot of the Band-Aids wound up right at, let's see, Flash. Okay, if Togepi can learn Flash, I can do this. Let's see. Togepi can! Yeah, Eggy's useful after all. Alright. Yeah, so a bunch of these burns are right, like, on the underside of my knuckles. So I can't really fully bend my fingers without scrunching up the Band-Aids, which it also hurts because I'm scrunching up the burns. Ooh, a Goldberry, nice. I'm scrunching up the burns, but the Band-Aids are, like, the burns were big enough that I couldn't use tiny little Band-Aids, so I had to use the ones that basically cover my entire knuckle. So I can't fully bend my fingers without risking breaking the Band-Aids, which I'd rather not do, because while the first aid kit did have a lot of them, I don't want to waste them, because I'm probably going to have to replace them every time I take a shower already, so... Okay, let's see what this says. Thus? I guess that says, thus we shall erect a Pokemon statue outside. Okay. Thus we shall erect a Pokemon statue outside. I don't think they're talking about these statues. It's a replica of an ancient Pokemon. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Because like, these sprites weren't detailed enough in these older games. Like, it's the same model as Stevie, it looks like. So I don't know what it's supposed to be. And based on the lore of, like, there's actually a lot of mythology and lore and stuff behind the Unknown. It's a very cool Pokemon. It's just completely useless. Why did I waste a Shadow Ball? It's a completely useless Pokemon. It's possibly one of the worst... Well, it is one of the worst Pokemon ever made. And in terms of, like, when you count evolutions, like, Magikarp is a worse Pokemon, but it evolves into Gyarados. On its own, Unknown might be the worst Pokemon in the entire game. It only learns Hidden Power, and it only can learn Hidden Power. And its stats are atrocious, and it doesn't evolve into anything either. So it sucks right from the get-go, and it will not get better. So it might be the worst Pokemon of the game, but they made a movie about it where it focused on Unknown and Entei. And I can't figure out what else the ancient Oh, there's nothing here. I can't figure out what else the ancient Pokemon would be in there, like, based on if, like, something from the movie. I can't remember, because the movie came out a long time ago. So I'm gonna heal myself right now, but I also just remembered I gotta go get youngster Joey's phone number back. Can't forget about my boy Joey. I gotta fight him again. I hope he calls me... like, every couple episodes, and by the time I get Fly, I can just keep flying back to him and fighting him. I'll fly back to everyone and fight them, but especially Joey. He's the one I really need. So let me think. There's no items up there. I'll get this guy's phone number so that he can give me berries. Thanks, Wade. Now, I can actually... Oh, I was about to say... I can go into the dark cave, but it's dark in there, but now I have Flash. So... It's pitch black in here. Actually... Can you... I can't remember if I said that... No, you can't see, but... If you're very quick when you're pausing the game, I believe you can very briefly see, but... I'm just... Yeah, you can very... Like, split second you can see, but... I mean, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna use Flash. So in the newer games, like, a very small light is around you, so you can kind of see and get away without using Flash. And then when you do use Flash, the light just gets bigger. It doesn't illuminate the whole cave like this, so... Which is better? Definitely the new one. Because you can just entirely get by without using Flash. Like, you'll kind of need to know the layout of the caves, but you can see at least a couple spaces in front of you, so like if you're running into a wall, you'll know which way to turn. Right, there's really no... Oh, God. There's really no reason to surf here, because I can't do anything in the next room. I almost said room. But I think I can save a split second here. Oh, can I? Okay, yeah, I was trying to think. Oh, I might need strength here. Do I? Okay, no, I don't. I think in the remake you need strength here. Like, some of these breakable blocks are actually unbreakable, movable blocks. Ooh, what is it? Is it a shuckle? Nope, crabby. So you can find shuckles inside these breakable rocks. I believe in these games, it's the same no matter where you are. It will either be it will usually be a crabby, sometimes a Geodude, and very rarely it can be a shuckle. They changed it a little bit in the remakes. In fact, here you have a pretty high chance of breaking the rock and it being... Oh, I can use my item finder, because there's definitely some stuff in this cave. You know what? I'm going to set the item finder to the select, because I'm probably going to use it more often. Oh, I forgot how it works in this game. Never mind. I got too used to the newer ones where, like, there's a way for it to hone in. Item Finder basically just tells you, yep, there's a secret here. Good luck finding it, idiot. So, I'm not going to use it that much then after all. But yeah, in the remakes, the item finder will point you in the direction of items. But also in these rocks, you have a pretty good chance of finding Dunsparce, which normally just walking around, you only have a 1% chance of finding. Which, it sucks. It's a terrible Pokemon. I've used it very effectively in low base stat total runs, because its stats it's bad, but they're usable, and its HP is pretty good. And it has a lot of those, like, weird normal types learn, like, all of the good TMs, which doesn't really help you in this game, because there aren't a lot of good TMs. But, like, you could teach it Flamethrower, you could teach it Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, all of that stuff. So I used it, and I missed out on that item. Or could I swing? I might be able to swing back around and get it, but... So it's good for that. On its own, it's really terrible, and it's extremely rare. So other than, like, just completion's sake, there's really not a lot of reason to sit around waiting for it, but I usually do, completion's sake, so I do sit around waiting for it. Oh boy, I'm running out of space for items. I gotta store some stuff. Ooh, I don't know if there's anything worth using here. Oh, I can use PP up, PP. I'll use PP up on Surf, because I'm gonna have, yeah. I was gonna say I should save it for, like, when I learn Earthquake or something, but it's not a big deal, whatever. Alright, let's hope this is an item that oh, I wasn't even thinking I could just make my Pokemon hold items in the meantime. Okay, but it's something I can pick up anyway. Alright. So, unfortunately here, there's nothing over here, right? No. This is actually the route right below the 8th gym, but you can't go up there until, well, until you get to the city. See any good berries here? Oh, regular berry. I think at this point I might already have enough berries for the Snore TM. Perscurber. That's for paralysis. Paralysis. So, there's trainers both of these ways, and unfortunately you have to go through the cave twice to fight all of them. I'm just not gonna do that. I don't feel like it. So down there's a hiker who has, I think, just Geodudes, but over here, this girl has a bunch of Ponyta, which Ponyta give a good amount of experience, so I'm gonna fight her. And I'm gonna fight him. I think he has a Sandshrew. Man, my fingers hurt. I'm supposed to be going golfing this Saturday. Ponyta's a pretty Pokemon. I'm supposed to be going golfing on Saturday. I might not be able to hold the club. This, I took some Advil. They finally kicked in, so it only hurts if I really bend the fingers, and sometimes my left thumb hurts from touching the control stick, but it's gonna be rough. Holding the golf club, I already get sore and covered in blisters anyway. So if I'm already sore and covered in blisters before, it's not gonna bode well. And it's different kind of blisters. You know, the ones I get from golfing are like calluses, which, when you bust them, the skin underneath is tender. I think I could get her phone number. Still pretty flowers. Train much harder. Yeah. But it's always good to get the phone number of people that have Pokemon that give you a good amount of experience. I can't remember if any trainers have Chanseys, but if they did, that's definitely someone whose phone number you'd want. Let me see here. Is there anything? What do I only have one of? Yeah, I have 10 berries. I'm not sure how much I need for the whatchamacallit, confusion. Okay, I'm gonna give the Everstone. You know what I could do just for now? I'm just gonna throw out the Everstone. Who cares? I'm not gonna use it. It's useless anyway. I probably should have just given it to someone. I could sell it for $100, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, swinging a golf club with a bunch of blisters ain't gonna be fun. I also now, I'm realizing I'm probably not gonna be able to play guitar. I also play guitar. I don't know if I mentioned that on the channel before, but actually I might be okay. I'm right-handed, so I fret with my left hand, and the only band-aid on my left hand is on my thumb, and generally you don't use your thumb when you're fretting chords and notes and stuff. My right hand, if it was the other way around, my fingertips, it would really hurt to be touching the frets. But also I was wrong, that guy had a Mankey. As long as holding the pick doesn't hurt too much, I should be alright. Though, my hand might get a little tired, and I might have to stop early, but I digress. I made a mistake. Boy, it hurt. I'm very surprised it's happened, because I've had the cast iron in the oven. What happened was, well, I explained what happened, but the cast iron was at... Oh, I'm getting a phone call from him already. Is he giving me another Firestone? That'd be funny. I don't think he gives you anything else, so that'd be funny if he gives me a second Firestone here. Oh, it's Cherry Grove. I keep saying Cherry Wood. So, that guy right there is the one that gives you the Mystic Water that I now have on my Stevie boy. Damn, this guy. These wild Pokemon are annoying. As always, I got sidetracked and forgot what I was just saying a second ago. Oh well. Wasn't that important. Oh, I gotta get Joey's number while I'm here. Yep. What was I talking about? I was talking about golf. Oh, right. How I burnt my fingers. See, I got back to it. So what happened was I cooked the pork chops in the skillet on top of the stove, seared them, and then I put them in the oven for 10 minutes at 450. I've had the oven on hotter. Well, with cast irons, they get hot and stay hot, and the handle is also cast iron, so it gets hot. So you can't just pick it up. You need to use, like, oven mitts or something. So I heated it up on the stove. I had the oven preheated to 450, and I didn't use my oven mitts. I used a towel, which I'd used the towel before, no problem, to pick it up and put it in. And then I had the oven at 450. After 10 minutes, I took it out, and it just straight up burnt my fingers through the towel. I don't know if maybe the towel was wet and it instantly got superheated or something. I don't know if that's a thing, but damn do I got the blisters to show for it right now. I actually don't know how bad they are. I felt them coming, and I saw the very beginnings of them, and then I put the Band-Aids on, and I'm not going to find out how bad they look until I take my shower tomorrow afternoon. I am an afternoon showerer now. I used to always shower first thing in the morning to wake me up, but being home over the summer, I've gravitated toward doing it later in the day, and then I go to bed, and I'm still, like, nice and fresh, and it's very nice, and whenever I have to go back to my office, I'll probably start doing it in the morning again, but it's very nice going to bed nice and fresh. The problem is my hair gets super messed up during the night, and it's too long now that I can't just comb it. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I can't just comb it and fix it. I would have to basically take 2 showers a day, which I'll be doing if I start working out again. Like, that'll happen. I'm not going to get Liz's phone number. It's not worth it. Don't need it. If I start working out again, then I'll take this guy's phone number. He'll tell you where, when Quillfish swarms. Might as well get it. I don't know. Not super useful, but I'm here. But yeah, I grabbed the pan out of the oven, and it just burnt straight. Luckily, well, I was faced with a problem. I had 2 choices. I could have dropped the pan, potentially breaking my foot, shattering the pan, and having the pork chops I was cooking go everywhere. Or what I did, I toughed it out for 3 seconds and put it on the top of the stove, which, considering I could have dropped it on my foot and busted up my foot, I think was the right call. Yeah. So, for whatever reason, it just burnt through it, which is the first time it's done. I've cooked at higher temperatures. I've cooked it at 500 when I cook pizza in the oven, which if you never made cast iron pizza and you have a cast iron, do it, it's great. Now, I can surf here, but I'm gonna start next episode with that, because that's a little bit longer of an adventure. There's one more thing I can do here, just surfing regularly, so I'm gonna do that, and then that's where I'll call it a day. I'll tackle the next thing next time, which, the way down there is actually how you get a Lapras, which I always forget. It only shows up 1 day a week. It's either Wednesday or Friday. I think it's Friday, but I always forget which. Which, I'm not going to be able to catch it, but if I... Oop. This guy is going to have Geodudes, so... you know what? I can leave out Rosie. She can use Shadow Ball. It won't do a ton against their high defense, but it'll work. Yeah, so I won't be able to get Lapras, and... it's unclear when the next time I'll be playing Pokémon is. Oh, I didn't think this through. I forgot that they would be higher level. It probably knows well, it does know Magnitude. Oh, it probably even knows Self-Destruct. That's not good. Ah! Oh, boy. Come on. Tough it out. Tough it out. Oh! Shit. That was my first death. Good thing I'm not doing a Nuzlocke. Though if I would... I'm most annoyed that's lost experience. Not that it would have been a ton. Yeah, actually, that's fine. No, I'm pissed that Rosie died. It's my Rosie girl. I don't want her to die. But anyway, yeah. I've made cast iron pizza, which is delicious. It's... Look up, the recipe I follow is Brad, from Bon Appetit. Which I know Bon Appetit has been in a lot of trouble lately. But I still like Brad. I've gotten a lot of recipes from Brad. I found him and the whole Bon Appetit channel because I was looking into how to... Oh, God. Ah! Oh, I wasn't even paying attention at who would have been the next one up. But, I found their channel while I was trying to figure out how to make pickles. And I liked him, so I kept watching his videos. He's got a really good cast iron pizza recipe that he does on the channel. And it's great. You know what? Let's level Eevee up an extra level. Bite it down to size. But yeah, so I cook that in the oven at 500. And no problem. I don't know if maybe I only used the oven mitts in the past rather than the towel, but it surprised me so much. The shout that I let out was so genuine. I was home alone at the time. My roommate would have come running, very surprised. What happened? Because normally, he's the one who has me coming running when he's doing it in the kitchen. He's very new to cooking, but after we moved in together about a year ago, and he had decided he was going to make a conscious effort to try and cook more often. And there was some growing pains. He cut himself with the knife a couple times. He's still getting used to that. He burns whenever he cooks something breaded. He usually burns that, but it still comes out. And then the smoke fills the apartment, and our smoke alarm goes off. And I feel bad for our neighbors, but this time it was me. I was the one who yelped. Oh boy, it hurt. It's not that sore right now because those painkillers kicked in. Man, with how well Advil works, I'm glad I've never been in a situation to become addicted to, like, real painkillers. Because I could see how people would. One time in my life, when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I had all 4 taken out at the same time, and they gave me... I can't remember if it was oxycodone or hydrocodone. Whatever it was, I took it one day, the first day. And then the pills just disappeared. I didn't need them anymore after that. You know, I was a little sore, but it was painful, but not painful enough that I really needed it. And I don't know if maybe my mom flushed them or something because I was a teenager and she didn't want me trying them and developing a problem or something. But in the meanwhile, Stevie's a man now. Stevie is Steve. Look at that big boy. Let's see the stat jump. What do we got? Still shiny. Not as big a jump as I thought, but hey, any jump's good. 20-point attack boost, almost. Nice. Nice. Solid. Alright. So yeah, all those pills were gone. And I don't know what happened to them. And I've never taken, well, any hard drug since then, really, if you count painkillers as a hard drug. I enjoy a nice drink from time to time, but that's it. Over time, and not even that much time, I've realized that I do not like smoking weed. I did it a little, I never bought weed, smoked it myself or anything like that, but when friends offered, I would take them up on it. And at first I was like, okay, it's like being drunk, and then it became not like being drunk. I don't like it. I get very giggly to the point where I become non-functional. My mouth gets extremely dry to the point where it's uncomfortable. And I just don't like it. So I don't do it anymore. It's been offered to me, and I don't do it anymore. Here you can find Natu's, Xatu or Exatu, however you say it. That's a cool Pokemon. And Smeargle, which is the only Pokemon that learns Sketch. But let's see, can I do this one? Ho-oh! Okay, I cannot do that. I would have to come back. So, yeah. So then I guess I'll call it a day there. I just realized that I'm at 30 minutes now, so there we go. This is my first video to break the 30-minute mark. How about that? That's pretty cool. And I just realized that I forgot to put the 4th gym badge up on the recording, so I'm going to have that on the screen the whole time later. So this video is going to take quite a while to render. But that's not a problem for you guys. That's a problem for me when I edit this video together. So next time, I'm going to tackle that patch of water that I skipped in the cave. And I'll see you then. Peace out.